Hello, Richard from budgetguitarist.com, and today's video is about this beautiful thing right here, this beautiful guy, and why I got it. So, kind of doing this in a weird order. I'm going to unbox it, and then I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to talk about it, but basically, this is a Squier Classic Vibe 70s jazz bass, very similar to the bass that Geddy Lee plays, except his costs four figures. This bass is normally around $450. I got it used on Amazon for less than $350. Why was it so cheap? We're going to find out. And yeah, okay, here's an important point. I've got a 4-string Schecter bass with active humbucker pickups. Why did I feel the need to get this guy? Well, I'll tell you why. I prefer the sound of single coil pickups, it turns out. When I bought the Schecter, I didn't know that, I didn't know any better. The Schecter sounds really good for some things. It's got active humbuckers. But for that Geddy Lee sound, which is kind of my favorite bass sound, you really need a jazz bass. And since I can't afford a made in Mexico jazz bass or an American jazz bass, that left the Affinity jazz bass and the Classic Vibe jazz bass. Well, when I saw this guy, more than $100 off, I pulled the trigger on this guy. So anyway, let's go ahead and unbox it. Bass. So this is a used Squier Classic Vibe 70s jazz bass from Amazon. When you buy a used instrument from Amazon, what I assume is that somebody bought it, didn't like it, and sent it back. Now, because this was heavily discounted, I'm expecting a little bit of cosmetic damage, which is fine by me, I don't care. So let's see what we got. So it's packed pretty well. It's got these big heavy duty packing things. Just to kind of show you what I'm seeing. Okay. This appears to be the original bag that it's shipped with. This is the owner's manual and the hex wrenches. So let's set that aside. Let me get this box out of here. Okay, so here we go. Let's see how cosmetically damaged this heavily discounted used bass is. Oh. Wow. That is a sexy ass bass. Look at this thing. So upon first examination, I don't see any defects at all. There's a small scratch here on the pick guard. I guess you could call that a defect. There's a little bit of a scrape here on the metal plate where somebody probably went to plug in the jack and missed. Other than that, yeah, I'm very happy with this. So in a future video I will probably go through and spend a lot of time on it, but for today I'm just going to kind of do a super quick setup and then plug it in, make sure it works. The bass was actually tuned a half step up. Go figure. Right, so one thing I can tell you right away is that it will definitely need new, brighter strings. These strings are not bright at all. I like super bright strings. I've got them ordered, they're on the way. So in the meantime, Okay, so I spent a little bit of quality time with this guy, and here's a couple of things I can tell you. Thing number one, definitely have to replace the strings. To my ears, they're too dull. I got some extra brights on order. They should be coming tomorrow. The strings will get swapped. Thing number two, it could be that somebody sent this bass back because some of the fret ends are a little sharp. Yeah, some of the fret ends are just a little bit sharp. And that's not really going to be a problem for me in my StewMac fret end file. It'll take me 10 minutes worth of work to fix this up, but that could be why this guy came back. But there's one more thing that is a bit of an issue that I'll have to solve. So the pickup heights were totally wrong. And when I was doing the playing segment, I pointed it out, like sometimes when I was hitting the E string, it was going down and actually touching the pickup because the pickups were raised up as high as they could be, basically. So my guess is somebody got this thing and raised the pickups almost all the way up because they don't know what they're doing. The reason you don't want to raise pickups that high is because the magnetic field will interfere with the string's vibrations more, which means it's going to hurt your sustain. So yeah, you're going to get hotter signal, but you're going to lose sustain. It's not a good trade-off. The pickups should be lower. So as I was lowering this one, I discovered that one of the screws here is kind of stripped out. So that's something I'm going to have to fix. Again, this is not a big problem for me, but I could see somebody getting this bass and, raising the pickups, and then maybe they used the wrong screw, and that's probably why Amazon knocked $100 off this thing. So, got to lower the pickups, take care of the fret ends. Other than that, it seems to be in really good shape. So I'm very happy. I'm willing to save $100 for like one messed up screw and the fret ends. And I have no doubt you'll be seeing this guy in some future videos. And I'm also going to do a comparison between the Schecter I have on the wall and this guy here, so you can kind of hear the difference and why I bought this. But it'd be silly to do a comparison right now with these strings, right? So if you buy a Squier bass, make sure you got a fret end file so you can take care of any sharp fret ends. Don't be surprised if the pickup heights have to be adjusted, probably down. And other than that, yeah. So quick video today, but thank you very much for watching. I have been Richard from budgetguitarist.com. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you some future Friday at 5.